Hello, so this is more of a spoiler review for Cupid Parasite. So it's more like a spoiler discussion than a review because I did finish the game and I did want to discuss about it because I really like the game. So right now I'm drawing the chibi of this game. So this game is a Tome game and I just want to discuss about it because I haven't been playing a console Tome game since like last year, and that's the latest one I play is Cupid Parasite. I did play Variable Barricade like 2 months ago because I just bought it, but it wasn't as it doesn't got me addicted compared to Cupid's Parasite and Cafe Enchante and Color X Malice. I feel like Variable Barricade is like it's good side game for me, you know. But yeah, so I just want to discuss Cupid Parasite because I really enjoy the game and the story. So Cupid Parasite, I gotta admit, the beginning I didn't really like the love interest. I call them LIs. So the LI isn't as my type of design because they're very colorful. So Ryuki is one of the example of LI. I do not like the design, and I still do not like his design till now. But his character is an okay character. But the artwork is pretty nice. It does remind me of the Barbie theme a lot because it's so bright in colors, and yeah, they have some of the art. The environment had lots of patterns on street, but the problem with the artwork is when I play the game at night, it's too bright and it does hurt my eye. So the love interest, so you should play in a certain order because one story will be way better than the other story, so it makes the other story more lackluster. So I will recommend playing Ryuki, Shelby, Gil, Raul, and Alan last, because Alan's story completely beats all the fourth story. And to play that order, the reason why you have to play that order is because each route does show some spoilers of the main story. So let's discuss the LI. So Shelby and Ryuki, you should play those two at the beginning. They're interchangeable, but Ryuki, I gotta say, his story is pretty okay. He's a very cute character. His story isn't, to be honest, it's not as memorable for me, if I remember right. But it's more like a character story for him. But yeah, Shelby, I like his story. I think Shelby's story is more funnier, and near the end is more action. So it's pretty entertaining compared to Ryuki, I believe. But people like Ryuki because he's a cute tsundere, you know. But Shelby, I have a soft spot. I have a soft spot for kuderes, and he's more of a man. I don't really like younger love interests, so maybe that's why I'm more biased because I like Shelby more. But people tend to like Ryuki more too. So next up is Gil. So Gil's story is not my type of story. It has a lot of flashback. Gil's story, at the end, it was very fun and entertaining, but I feel like in the middle, it just make him seem kind of stalkerish and kind of obsessed. I don't know. I just don't like those type of characters. But I mean, and I do like it when the love interest does fall in love with the heroine first. It makes an interesting story. But I don't know, Cupid Parasite, Gil, it just comes out wrong. I guess because they exaggerate his obsession. Maybe that's why. But he's not my type. But his story is pretty average. It's just their past more. But I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like the romance doesn't hit it off for me. But yeah, Raul character-wise, he's not really my type, but his route, I believe, is good compared to the other three. I like the maturity of this route, and I like how the theme of this route involved with love and sex in this one. So this route is really mature. It's near the end where it's get very funny and more fantasy, similar to Gil, where at the ending, the climax is where there's more fantasy and action in there. But Raul, He is a ludus, so he is the playboy in this game. So every Otome game they need a playboy there. So playboy character is not really my type, but Rao isn't my type. So yeah. So I'm pretty surprised that Rao is the playboy. I thought Alan is. He's not. Don't judge the book by its cover. So I really like this type of game, this part of the game where they switch the expected to unsuspected. So after Rao, I believe it is Alan. So Alan route is the best route. You feel sorry for the guy because Alan's route is a lot of angst. You feel bad. He's a very good character. So basically, if you like Itachi and Naruto and you want to date him, I feel like Alan is the one for you because Alan is like a secret protector of Lynette. So this is a spoiler review, so I want to talk about it. But yeah, you can tell. I like it. The reason why Alan want to set up Lynette with other LI is to protect her in some way, which it kind of ties in with the other routes too. So in the other routes, you can think that he worked behind the scene to set them up, right? And you can portray his emotion as familial, like family love, in other routes. But in his routes, it's more romance because they've been together and romance blossom, right? So you can tell Alan is a true route because of how much it reveals the lore and how the mood is completely different from the other three routes. Because the other, I think, not three, the other four routes are more funnier. They're more less focused on the main lore of the story. Raul and Gil does touch on it a little bit, but not as much as Alan's route. The only thing is missing is the explanation of why Juno is missing in Alan's route, which it revealed in the secret route is she wants to free Zeus. But I wonder if it's gonna play on Alan's route in the sequel, because they do stated that Juno is missing. And I wonder if Zeus will appear in Alan's route in a sequel or not. If they ever gonna make a sequel of Cupid Parasite. I do know they're gonna make a fan disc though, but yeah. So Alan's route is absolutely one of my favorite routes. The other favorite route is the secret route, which is they're equal to each other. I can't choose one. But yeah, but Alan as a character, he's so emotional. You could tell that he's a loyal to Lynette. He's such a great character. I thought he was a playboy, but he isn't. So I really love how contradicting his act is, but what he really is, So the next contradicting character is probably Jupiter or Peter in the secret route. So Jupiter is this almighty god of all gods, I guess. And Peter was the cameraman in the common route and the assistant in Shelby route, right? So he's a very quirky and funny character. So I thought Jupiter is a serious character, but also quirky when he goes to Earth. And he's nervous against women. That's all I got from him, right? But in his route, I didn't think he's such a wimp, which is funny because he's a very strong god. So that was super unsuspected, right? So he's a very contradicting character. So Jupiter route is, you see it is the main route, but at the same time you see it's actually what do you call it again? It's actually a different alternative universe route. It's weird because Jupiter common route is separate from the common route with the Cupid Parasite route. So the common route, so basically the whole story is completely changed. It's when Jupiter say his thought and tell Mars that Juno is missing, that Mars allowed Cupid to study on Earth to become the next Juno. So the story is completely changed where Cupid run away from her dad to prove him wrong. So she does not want to use her arrows at all, so she could prove her dad wrong. that human can match well compared to gods, right? But in Juno route, she's more lax on using her arrows because she's no longer fighting with her dad. Her dad agreed with what Juno said, that she should learn about more about human, and human do evolve because Juno is a very respectable god, right? So instead of running away from home, she's basically study abroad in the human realm, which is a very interesting how she viewed things completely different, right? So I like how they changed that up, but at the same time, I can't tell which one is the true Rel because it could be Alan or it could be Juno, right? But that's the beauty of a Tomy game. There's all the route is technically you choose, but yeah. But I do enjoy. I really like Peter. So I gotta change Peter and Jupiter a lot, but I really like Peter. He's very cute character. He's so funny. Lots of stuff happens. I laugh. I didn't know how wimpy he was because it doesn't show it in the other routes. Because I think he barely show up in certain routes. He show up in Alan's route. He show up in Shelby route, but I don't think he show up in the other routes. But he I thought he was just a serious but quirky character, but in this route it shows so much of his personality. I kind of find him so endearing. So if you like more sexy character, Alan will be the one for you. And if you want a more quirky, cuter character, Jupiter is the one for you. But yeah, that's why I can't choose which one is which. So yeah, it's hard to choose my favorite character. Those two are like the top one, and it's just like those. It's because they have the best route and the best character personality. That's why. But yeah, to be honest, those two routes makes the other route kind of lamer. But I mean, that's why it's recommended to play in that certain order, right? Because all the route is technically good, right? So yeah, so Jupiter Right is very conclusive. It reveals so many stuff. It reveals it reveals why Juno is missing. It reveals Minerva. She gave up on taking Cupid's arrow, and she trying to find another Cupid, right? It shows that Alan, why Alan is helping Lynette. I do wish that Lynette remembers Alan again in this route, but she didn't. She just know he's the other half, her other half, right? But this route is so conclusive that I feel like it feels like it completes the story by a lot, you know? Zeus, I do not like him. He's an okay character. At that point, he's just a villain character. He has an interesting personality because he switched his voice to more feminine and masculine, which is because he's a hermaphrodite. That's one of the reasons why. But he's a super narcissist, and I just feel like he's just there to be a villain. I mean, it might hint that he has mother issues, but yeah. The other villain, Minerva, Minerva, I used to like her, but then when she in Raoul's route, it makes her look so bad. She reminds me of Gil if he's evil. She's super obsessed. But I got confused because I thought if a god fall in love with a human, they lose their power. Apparently she doesn't. But it could be she's a older god too, so I don't know. But yeah, Minerva, I just don't like that obsessive personality. It makes them look kind of weak in my opinion. But that's just my opinion, right? Juno is the same thing. She's obsessed with Zeus, and it's just weird. But I mean, in the myth, based on the myth, I can see that happening. You know, what shines the most is the supporting character, which is Clarish. I really like her. She's a very nice bestie. I do like Owen with his lover. I forgot his name, but I like Owen and his girlfriend is super cute together. And who else? Mars and Venus is funny. I like Mars and Venus. They portray them kind of bad, but I don't think they're that bad. I feel like they're just normal people. They're not perfect, right? So Mars and Venus. Who else? I don't remember. I feel like that's the only supporting character I remember so far. overall, those supporting characters are pretty good support. I really like them. The villains are just kind of bland to me, in my opinion. Their motive the motive is not great. I believe Zeus is just want to conquer the world. Minerva is just to get her love back. Which I feel like it fits the theme because it is Cupid Parasite, right? It's all about that romance. But overall, pretty good game so far. So the heroine. So one of the things that I could enjoy with the Otome game is a good heroine. So Lynette is a very funny, very reasonable heroine. She's very strong. She's very career driven. She's very experimental. So I do enjoy in some routes she's very experimental on love. So I think that's a good thing. It makes me want a heroine that got some prior romance experience in the past. But usually these Otome heroines, they're pure, they're virgin, you know? But I just want that to add more variety. There's nothing wrong with that, you know? So I really do like this game. It caught me. I played it within like 4 weeks. That's pretty fast. So after this game, I will play Olympia Soiree. I did try the common route in Olympia. I didn't finish it yet. But so far, Olympia Soiree kind of triggered me a little. But I mean, as long as the story is good, I can handle it. But I like the art for Olympia Soiree too. So hopefully I finish the game and make a review on it. I heard mixed opinions about Olympia Soiree, but Cupid Parasite, people love it, and I am one of those people who really love this game. This game is very quirky and nice. I feel like it's very unique compared to other Otome games. The style is very bright and colorful and cheerful. So yeah, I totally recommend this game if you really want a rom-com, right? And if you want a fantasy feel too, it has rom-com feel, and also it has a mix of angsty route too. So I feel like it gives you bits and pieces of any genre you want, right? So let's talk about my favorites. So Peter and Alan is tied with number 1. My second favorite is Shelby, because I have a soft spot for Kudere, and his route is cute and funny too. My third favorite is Rao. Character wise, he's pretty I think he's okay character. Ryuki, maybe I like Ryuki personality more, but I just don't like his art. I mean, his character design. It does let me go. It makes him drop down a little bit. I feel like his color is very weird. But yeah, Ryuki, sorry Ryuki, but you're fourth. And my last place is probably Gil. Yeah, Gil is that. I do not like Gil, to be honest. It's not like I hate him. He's just not my type. He's too obsessed. If he is in reality, I will run away from him. Too heavy, you know? But yeah, Gil is probably in the last place. So let's talk about the UI. The UI is pretty nice. I like the style. Kind of have that hip style. Very girly, very pink. Everything is super bright. The character is bright. The background is bright. So it's a very interesting style. The gameplay, there's not much gameplay besides pressing your choice. But Peter route, which is Jupiter route, does not have choices. So it's only like one straight true ending for Peter, which kind of make me feel like Peter's route might be the true route, but who knows. So gameplay, it's just a visual novel. Peter's route does not have any gameplay at all. It doesn't have any choices, which is okay for me, because I feel like this is like the last story for the whole game, right? It's like the end game. So in my show, Peter's route might be the main route, but like again, I'm not sure. Gameplay wise, is the common route and is really long. But the good thing is even the love interest route is pretty long, which I do enjoy. The common route is not that bad. It wasn't that boring, because sometimes the common routes are usually like expedition of the world building, which I do sometimes find it kind of boring. I wish they do it pretty fast so I could go to the love interest route, right? I heard Olympia Soiree has that problem, but in this one, to be honest, it doesn't feel that long, even though it is long, because it has so much funny moment. that you kind of get distracted how long the common route is. But the good thing about the common route, you can skip them after you finish it one time. Which I find it normal now in Otome games now. It's pretty normal to skip the common route now when you finish it the first time. But yeah, but I kind of glad that the love interest routes are pretty long because I rather have the love interest route long than a common route, right? Because like I say, the common route is more like an expedition usually, but the love interest is where the stories get going. Sometimes the romance does lack a little if the love interest route is short, which is why I don't like short love interest route. So I feel like the love interest route is pretty long in this game. Just common route is long too, but it's not that bad because it is have funny moments that you get distracted how long it is. So it's not just like expedition over expedition or world building in the common route. Peter route is the extra route, and usually like similar to Kazuma from Hakuoki, I feel like the extra route usually are shortened compared to the common route. I mean other LI route, my bad, other love interest route. But I feel like Peter route might be the longest, which is really nice because he is one of the best character in the game. So yeah, I really like how lengthy all the love interest routes are. It treats every character or male lead more equally because every girl have a different type of guy. So it's just sad that one guy have more length on his story than the others, you know? But yeah, and this game has also fan service, you suspect, because it is a Tome game. So there is more steamy makeout scenes in there, if you're okay with that. It's more mature. I think Raul has the most makeout scene compared to the others. Shelby moans a lot when he kisses, so yeah, there's that too. But I wish there's more romance between Alan's route because Alan's route is so plot heavy. So you kind of want to crave to see more happy romance with them too. And Peter, because you just love Peter. I just love Peter. He's so cute. But yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much my discussion. I think I talked about my favorite, which route you should play in, and why I like the reason why I like each route, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it, and thank you for watching.